Hey guys, welcome back. So what do you think? First card to earn the Banhammer Award? It's coming up next. Stay tuned. Hey guys, welcome back. MTG Moxman here. If you're new to the channel, make sure you smash that subscribe button. Join in the fun. We're here pretty much every day of the week. Thanks a lot for tuning in. Alright, so today we're going to talk about something horrible, something that could happen. The Banhammer was brought down. You saw it in the beginning, really, you saw it in the thumbnail. We have a card that I finally think may be worthy of the Banhammer. After everything that happened with Oko, Once Upon a Time, like so many cards they have banned recently in our standard format that's just butchered it, that people have no faith in it. And here they come along and print an amazing card in Kaldheim, which could go the exact same route. Today we're going to talk about the God of Fear, Tegrin. Now Tegrin, of course, can come in as a beautiful lantern that makes people discard cards. Awesome, already kind of cool, easy to get out, 4 to use, not too overpowered, right? But then Tegrin herself, she is a 4/5 for 5. She's got menace. And whenever an opponent discards a card or sacrifices a card, or a creature, what we have happening here is Tegrin says, oh, if it's not like a sorcery or an instant spell, I'm going to bring it back to the battlefield under my control. So she's a very greedy God of Fear, and she likes to build your fear by taking your things from you, taking all your play toys and using them against you. You got that big beanstalk giant? Not anymore! You know what I'm saying? Like, she will take things and bring them back, and it's horrible. It's horrible to see. Now, when we think about how awesome she is, you got to realize there are lots of ways in this game of making people discard cards. Okay? Black is filled with them right now. The opponent's choosing, but it's very easy to do. Tegrin is killable. That's awesome, but there's lots of ways of bringing Tegrin back. They have so many cards right now in black that there's lots of ways to bring her back at the end of the turn and making her come right back into the battlefield. There are certain cards that are going to be used to hold off Tegrin. We got to hope it's enough that it doesn't get banned, because people are going to flock to this card who love black, who love white. Now there's a few cards of note that I wanted to make in other formats and other ways of playing with this particular card. Seeing as she's so powerful in what she does right now, think about it, she's a 4/5 for 5. We used to dream of cards like that. Back in the day, you know, a Seraph Angel was a 4/4 Vigilance. This thing has menace, it has cool powers and abilities, it can come in flipped, and it brings things back. Amazing. But there are cards that will go with it, okay? When you see Mythos of Snapdax, you realize this card is a white card, but they fit together. It's synergetic. This one here of Mythos is going to make people sacrifice stuff, get rid of stuff. It's crazy. But the worst part is, if you're playing a 3-color deck, which you can do now, Mythos there is going to let you choose what the opponent gives up. And then Tegrin's going to let you bring it back. So you're basically picking the cards you want from their active play cards and bringing them back to you. That's horrible. I mean, Mythos of Snapdax is already kind of cool when you have those emergency situations. But paired with Tegrin, oh, this card's going to be a beatdown fest. It's going to be amazing to see. We love the action. And by the way, all this stuff I found out, this is brought to me by a patron, Robert. Big shout out, buddy. Way to go, man. I looked into it. It was very cool. I thought we'd do a short video. So here we are. Here we are right now. Now, it's not only that. When you look into Commander, think about cards like Wheel of Fortune. Wheel of Fortune is literally going to make them discard their hand at some point in the game. They have 4 or 5 cards are holding. But any of those cards that are not going to be sorceries or instants, you're going to take them into the battlefield after they hit the graveyard. That's crazy. Tegrin is going to see play everywhere in multiple formats. I don't know about Vintage and Legacy, obviously, but things like Commander, come on, EDH, you're going to love this card, man. I love this card. And paired with cards like Wheel or Wheel of Misfortune or other ways of casting cards that make you draw cards, discard cards, it's going to be sick, okay? Now, picture with a card as well. Do I have it up here? Do I have it up here? There we go. Mind Twist. Mind Twist again. Target player discards cards that ran from his or her hand. Okay, mid-game when you're trying to build up cards in Commander, this card's going to be crazy for you. It's going to pair perfectly with Tegrin. And these are cards off the top of my head. This was like thinking about it and going through thousands of cards to look this stuff up. Imagine what you can think of. Leave it in the comments section below. You think of some cool combo to go with Tegrin that makes it worthy of the Banhammer. I'm very curious. Now, there's also cards like Inscription of Ruin. Now, Inscription of Ruin, the other powers, forget it. But that number 1 power, right? Target opponent discards 2 cards. It's only 3 to cast. There's other cards that go with this. Mid-game, this is going to be crazy to see with Tegrin going at it, making you discard things and taking them back. You're going to see cards used to stop Tegrin as much as they can, which means certain decks will come to prominence. Okay? You're green, you're going to see like ram through to try to kill her off right away. But you're going to see cards that will actually remove her. Okay? So let's go ahead. I did it again! Let's go ahead and think of Skyclave Apparition. Now, Skyclave Apparition is going to remove it from the game, and even if they get rid of your Skyclave Apparition, they're not getting Tegrin back at least. They're going to go ahead and just deal with, you know, getting a 5/5 token, which is still brutal, but not going to be as bad as dealing with Tegrin herself taking all your stuff. Alright? You're going to see Elspeth Conquers Death, because it's going to exile it from play. We already see Ugin a lot. Ugin's definitely going to be in a lot of people's sideboards to deal with creatures like this that are coming out in Kaldheim. A lot of Berserkers, a lot of Shapeshifters, a lot of fun. A lot of fun, don't get me wrong. But Tegrin alone is a very scary card compared to most of the other gods I've seen. I'm not saying Halvar and them aren't great. They're kind of meh. But when you see Tegrin, you're truly in fear of what could happen to you when that thing hits the board. You'll be like, because there are many ways of using her to abuse her. Right? It's going to be an awesome card to get in there and have some action with. Now, when I saw this as well, I'm thinking of the land cycles in most decks. There are ways of casting her, but also, when you give up land, if you discard cards that make you discard land by accident, random cards, or you just feel you don't need the land now, Tegrin could be taking those lands from you, and that's not fun for anybody. Lands are hard to get back right now in Standard when they're taken from you by an opponent. You really can't get them back, per se. So please keep that in mind. If you're playing things, you may not want to discard land against Tegrin because she can take them from you. Discard instants and things that can come back later on. Instant sorceries that you can bring back other ways. You ain't getting that land back if it hits that graveyard and she gets to take it. So keep it in mind. It's kind of disgusting. Right? Now, Elspeth's Nightmare will be a card used to defend Tegrin. It's going to get rid of small creatures coming out to get it. Opponents are going to see cards that come out so you can get rid of those instants and things that will kill your creatures off, which is what you care about. And it's going to exile graveyards. Okay? Now, people will use it against you to exile graveyard to stop Tegrin from getting things, but it's not going to save you in time. Right? It's not going to be used to do anything crazy because Tegrin's going to take it right there at the moment, not later on. Elspeth's Nightmare, I use it a lot right now in low casting cost, but here it might be used partway up the chain to get rid of things to help out Tegrin and keep her alive. Right? It's an awesome card because people like to hold those instance enchantments. They like to hold those counter spells. Well, Tegrin's not coming out to turn 5. Turn 3, using an Elspeth will help clear the way a bit because people don't like seeing it on the board. They like dealing with those kind of saga cards. And don't forget, there's sagas coming in Kaldheim, which will pair with some of this stuff. We haven't even seen all the cards yet. This card just is crazy. So I hope people realize how disgustingly powerful this card is. I would love to see your thoughts and feelings on the matter in the comments section below. I like to talk to people and see what they think. If you have combos I'm missing, things I just haven't thought of at the very moment at the top of my head, please put them down there. I want to know what you guys think. Do you think this card is worthy of ban hammering? Let's find out, man. That's what the key is going to be. So, thank you so much for tuning in. This was MTG Moxman. We'll see you guys later on. Have a great day today. I'm clicking things. I'm turning off stuff. That's what happens at the end of a video. You're supposed to be walking out right now like a movie theater. Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. Big shout out, of course, to all my patrons out there who make this possible every day. You guys are amazing and awesome, and stay as frosty in Kaldheim as you can. Thanks a lot for tuning in. This was MTG Moxman.